Welcome to the U.S. Treasury Building, located at 1500 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest in Washington, D.C. This historic monument and United States government building was constructed between 1836 and 1869 and was designed by Robert Mills in the neoclassical style as part of the Greek Revival that was popular during the 18th and 19th century in Northern Europe and the United States. The Treasury Building is the oldest departmental building in Washington and has had a great impact on the design of other governmental buildings. Throughout its history, the Treasury Building has had many uses and served as a barracks for soldiers during the Civil War and as the temporary White House for President Andrew Johnson following the assassination of President Lincoln in 1865. It is also featured on the back of the United States $10 bill. It currently serves as a headquarters for the U.S. Department of the Treasury and was declared a National Historic Landmark in 1971. Other important neoclassical buildings in proximity include the United States Capitol Building, American Red Cross Headquarters, the DAR Constitution Hall, and D.C. City Hall. Many of the neoclassical elements that make up the Treasury Building are derived from the architectural designs of classical antiquity and also adheres to Vitruvius's principles of architecture. It features a 3-story high iconic colonnade and a full entablature unbroken by a pediment. Built in octa style, like the Greek Parthenon, there are 8 iconic columns beneath the pediment. The most architecturally impressive feature of the Treasury Building is the east colonnade running the length of the building. Each of the 30 columns is 36 feet tall and is carved out of a single piece of granite. There are many great examples of ancient architecture that inspired the neoclassical period of the 19th century and from which the Treasury Building was designed after. Built over 2,000 years ago, one of the best conserved Roman temples of antiquity is the Maison Carrée, located in Nimes, France. Since Jean-François Séguier's discovery in the mid-18th century, we know that it was dedicated to the 2 grandsons of the Emperor Augustus, who both died tragically when they were young. The Maison Carrée is a remarkable example of Vitruvian architecture. The principles of Vitruvius described how a building should be designed and constructed with respect to symmetry, durability, beauty, and utility. The Maison Carrée forms a rectangle almost twice as long as it is wide, measuring approximately 26.4 by 13.5 meters. At the front of the building, there is a very deep portico that is nearly a third of the building's length. It is a hexastyle design with 6 Corinthian columns under the pediment at either end, and pseudo-peripteral in that 20 engaged columns are embedded along the walls of the cella. You can clearly see how the Treasury Building incorporates these classical design elements used by the ancient Greek and Roman architects while respecting the principles of Vitruvius. Other notable classical elements are the gabled roof, front facade, corner pilasters, broad cornice, and full-height entry with large doorway and a grand set of steps leading up. I hope you have enjoyed this tour of the U.S. Treasury Building and that you have a better understanding of how ancient Greek and Roman architecture has influenced the design of this great American monument. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at jazamora1@unm.edu.